Get ready for Monday Motivation.
Welcome to Monday Motivation. This is your host, Prophetess Kimberly Moses, and I'm going to take you guys on a fantastic journey this week. Every week, I'm going to encourage you and give you the word of the Lord to get you through your week. So get ready to be empowered and get strengthened in your faith. So today, I want to talk to you about facing your giants. When you face your giants, you will receive miracles. Only miracles happen when people face their giants. A giant can be an impossible circumstance. A giant can be something enormous to you in your life, like a mountain, something you've been dealing with for a long time, something that's causing you fear. God tells us in His Word to not be afraid. He says, do not let your heart be troubled. Do not be dismayed. He tells us to be bold and courageous. God tells us, do not be anxious about anything, but by everything with prayer and supplication, present our requests unto Him, and His peace, the peace of God, will surpass all understanding. See, a lot of people get intimidated when it comes to facing giants. Well, I have a word for you. If you are afraid to face your giants, this is going to bless you. This is going to set you free today. See, a lot of people, you need a miracle. You need God to divinely just intervene in your circumstances. When you face your giants, you will receive a miracle. How can I say that? Let's look at the little shepherd boy in the scriptures. He was David. Now, David was anointed. He was a worshiper. He was rejected. He spent a lot of time just with the Lord. He was talented. He killed the she-bear. He killed the lion, the bear. He killed what he did best to protect the sheep. The little shepherd's boy. Like many of you guys, you're anointed. You're talented. You're strong and mighty through the Lord. Nobody knows your name. You may be rejected. But you have some giants in your life. David, little young David, when all of his brothers were in battle against this mighty Goliath, against this mighty giant, David, he didn't have any armor. Saul tried to put his armor on David, but it didn't fit. All David had was 5 little petals and a slingshot. He had faith and he knew the power of God. David faced that evil, wicked giant that day who was mocking the children of God. And David felt the boldness raise up upon him. He said, the Lord of hosts will defeat you. You come to me in your fancy armor, but I'm coming to you in the name of the Lord. So David faced this giant and he received a miracle. I don't know what your giant is in your life. Maybe it's finances. Maybe it's debt. Maybe it's a relationship. Maybe it's legal problems. Maybe you owe somebody something. Maybe whatever it is. It could be anything. Anything that's causing you to fear. Anything that's stealing your peace, stealing your joy. When you face your giant, you will receive a miracle. How can you say that? I never preach anything that doesn't apply in my own life. I owed some taxes. And at the time, I said, God, I can't pay this back because, Lord, I got evicted in that year. I got evicted and I'm just starting over in life. God, I need you. So that tax circumstance was a debt that I owed, and it was a giant in my life. So I kind of ran from it. I kind of pushed it off. But I said, no, God, today I'm going to face my giants. I'm going to take this thing head on. I'm going to be a woman of integrity and I'm going to do the right thing. And I'm going to believe you, God, to get me up out of this, to take care of this. So I faced my giants and I got a miracle. I owed $1,300 in taxes. When I got done and I faced my giants And I did it all over again. I said, God, I'm stepping out on faith. I'm going to redo this. Maybe I messed up somehow, somewhere. And when I redid those taxes, they ended up owing me. I faced my giants and I got a miracle. So when you face your giants again, you will have a miracle. When you have faith in the inside of you, when you know who God is, when you know there's no limitations of God, you will have a miracle. The enemy uses giants in our lives to intimidate us, to stop us from getting our harvest, to getting our breakthrough. Because the enemy knows we're visual creatures. He knows that we look by sight and not by faith most of the time. But the Bible tells us to do the opposite, walk by faith and not by sight. So we got to stop looking at what we see in the natural. And just know that in God, you can do anything, that nothing is too hard for God, that nothing is too impossible with God. I want to prophesy, whatever that giant is in your life, you're going to face it. We come against fear. We come against intimidation. We come against doubt. We come against unbelief in Jesus' name. We eradicate that foul spirit up out of us in Jesus' name. You're going to rise up. You're going to be bold, and you're going to face your giant head on, and all your giants in your life are going to be beheaded. Goliath was beheaded. He was nothing. See, God is raising up Davids, people with David-like faith. All you have is 5 little pebbles. That's nothing when this big old giant has these massive weapons. And all you have is 5 little pebbles, and this giant has massive weapons. But that doesn't even matter what the enemy has, what the giant has. Some of us have gotten news that seems to get worse and worse. But God is saying, believe me, trust me, I got this. Okay, you got bad news. That's nothing for me. Okay, they said that. It seemed like the enemy's intensifying the heat of the storm. That's nothing to God. That's nothing. God is going to take what little you have, just like those 5 pebbles, and multiply it and cause it to work for you. You may have $1 to your name. God's going to cause that dollar to work for you. You may not have any money. All you have is your faith. He's going to cause your faith to work for you. You may have a pot of just an empty pot. God's going to cause it to work for you. Just like the widow, when Elijah told her to get every pot you can find, go borrow some pots if you have to. Her oil and flour never ran out. God's going to use what you have to face every giant in your life. Amen. Whether it's computer skills, whether it's natural talent like singing or instruments or whatever you're called to do, God's going to use that and defeat your giants in your life. So I want to encourage you again. Don't run away from the problems. That's what the enemy wants. He wants you to quit. He wants you to give up. He doesn't want you to face him, because he knows when you face him through Christ, you can do all things through Jesus Christ that strengthens you. When you face him in Jesus, he is defeated. When you face him in Jesus, he is subdued underneath your feet. When you face the devil, that giant in your life, that source of wickedness in your life, is coming down. Your enemies are going to be subdued underneath your feet. So I prophesy you will face your giants, and you're getting ready to get the biggest miracle that you have ever seen. In Jesus' name. I want to decree upon you this week. It's going to be a great week for you. New doors shall open, new opportunities, favor, divine increase, divine intervention. So many miracles are getting ready to overwhelm you. You're getting ready to experience the goodness of God in another way. I love you. And if this word bless you, sow into it. Go to my website, prophetessk.org. You can donate anywhere on the website. Go to the bottom of every page. You'll see the button to donate. Go to Cash App, $ Prophetess Kim. I love you, and I'll see you for the next Monday Motivation. God bless.